All right, guys, so now we got the flat ground throws. I use these with my the pitching lessons that I have. So the idea here is you're pretty much testing whether or not you have sufficient arm speed, ball path, and your timing forward. So the whole idea is you have to make sure that there's a decent marriage between what your arm is doing and then how you're getting forward. So I have them go with a leg lift. I want them to throw, and I want them to leave their back foot on the ground behind them. Pivot it just like you would if you were hitting, all right? But leave it on the ground. After that, they're going to leg lift, throw, and then balance on their front leg, back leg behind them, and then a normal throw. So the idea is the guys that can leave it with no problem, they should have a better chance of balancing after they throw, and then their normal should change. The problem is, without restrictions, our normal goes back to what it used to be. So this may take a little time to comprehend and actually be able to apply it with our normal throws, but it's definitely well worth the time and effort. All right, so again, we're gonna go leg lift, leave it, balance normal. I'm gonna go in front of the camera now and demonstrate. All right, so once again, this is Andy with Locked In Baseball. All right, so last time we were talking about the 3 factors of performance for all pitchers, regardless of age, regardless of skill. All right, one thing you just have to make sure that you understand is that you are, whether it's you or your son, you are your throw. Like if your throw needs to be changed, you can do it. It's your arm, you do it. It's your leg, you control it. So the idea is everything that we're talking about in these videos, they can all be changed. Whether it's Todd with the hitting, whether it's with Bags with the fielding, and changing your body and changing your balance and everything else with what Ed is doing with the strength and conditioning. You can do all of this, all right? Okay, so the idea would be, it's a test to make sure that there's a decent marriage by what you're doing with your arm behind you and how you're getting forward. All right, so you could use the sleeve again. I left it over there, so I'm not going to use it. But the idea is, can you throw with, let's say, close to maximum effort? Can you throw forward or go through your actions forward while keeping your back foot on the ground? So how much arm speed forward can you create without having to drag your foot forward or over rotating your shoulders and hips to try to create that more arm speed? All right, so the first one would be leg lift, leave it. As you can tell, I'm pretty good at this. I should be, I teach it. The next one would be leg lift, throw, and balance. All right, a lot of guys will balance here with their knee beside them. The idea is to be here, all right? And you can tell I've done yoga. So we want to make sure, again, the sledgehammer action should create downward action this way instead of this way. All right, so when you see a lot of guys, especially in the big leagues, overthrow, they are moving to their glove side part of the mound. So a lefty would finish to the third base side here. Righties would go towards the wall this way. All right, which is fine. Those guys are paid a lot of money for velocity. All right, so they're trying to overthrow. Here we need to make sure that we can find a more organic, less risky velocity that you already have in you. All right. So then it would be, if I can throw and leave it, and if I can throw and balance, I should be able to change my normal. All right? So, again, this is a test to make sure, if anything, what you may need to change. We all have something to change, whether it's arm speed, whether it's how we're getting the ball out of our glove. Am I going straight back, or am I hitting my pocket here? And how I'm getting forward, all right? So first we need to know what we're doing wrong. This means nothing if you don't know what it is that you need to change, all right? So if I'm getting forward too soon, I have options here. I could clean up my arm speed. I could be a little closer to myself instead of braking here, or I can just change the problem and bring my knee or bring my leg straight down before I go forward. All right? If my arm speed is not what it should be, then stay back longer while also trying to implement better arm speed. Maybe it's your ball path. Maybe it's your intention. All right, stop just trying to throw strikes and be competitive with the velocity. I'm not saying don't throw strikes, that would be insane. But the idea is we need to make sure that we are aggressive. It's funny how when I ask young pitchers how they hit, yeah, what's your objective, what's your motivation when you're hitting? Oh, I'm trying to hit the ball as hard as you can, as hard as I can. Really? But when you pitch, you're just trying to throw strikes? Throwing strikes is the equivalent of just trying to make contact as a hitter. Yes, it's good, but isn't there better things to do? Couldn't you be more aggressive, create more bat speed, hit the ball as hard as you can while still making contact? So don't limit yourselves to just being vanilla, all right? We need to make sure that you have the ability to be as aggressive as you can, be under control, and compete. All right, guys, again, be safe and be ready.